viewers. Today we are going to discuss about a program on nurse manager. In this program we are going to address one very important course, that's employability skills. So in this this is a part of program of nurse manager. So there are different nurses within this program. So today in this session we are going to cover the NOS 4. NOS 4 means National Occupation Standards of number 04. So in this NOS, basically it covers the detail about the employability skills, introduction to employability skills. So total 12 units are within this NOS. So unit 2 is related with the constitutional values, becoming professional in the 21st century, basics English skills, career development and goal setting, communication skills, diversity and inclusion, financial and legal literacy, essential digital skills, entrepreneurship, customer service, and getting ready for jobs. You see, these all 12 units are very comprehensive in nature, to which in day-to-day life or for any jobs, these skills are compulsory for anyone. So today's topic is 21st century employability skills. So basically in this course we will try to cover the basic objectives, or you can say the outcome of this course will be discuss the employability skills required for jobs in health industry. It will try to discuss the constitutional value, including civil rights and duties. We will try to cover to exhibit the 21st century skills like self-awareness, behavioral skills, time management, critical and adaptive thinking, problem solving, creative thinking, social and cultural awareness, emotional awareness, learning to learn in personal or professional life. So how to use basic English in sentences for everyday conversation in different contexts, in person and over the telephone. Create a career development plan with well-defined short and long-term goals. Demonstrate how to communicate effectively using verbal and non-verbal communication etiquette. It will also discuss about the significance of working collaboratively with others in a team. Demonstrate how to behave, communicate and conduct oneself appropriately with all genders and PWD means peoples with differently able people. Outline the importance of selecting the right financial institutions, product and services. Demonstrate how to operate digital services and use the different devices associated with applications and features safely and securely. Create sample Word documents like Excel sheets, Word documents. Explain the type of entrepreneurships and enterprises. Create a sample business plan. Explain the significance of identifying customer needs and responding to them in a professional manner. Create a professional curriculum vitae, CV. Use various offline and online search for the jobs. Discuss the significance of maintaining hygiene and confidence during an interview, perform or in the form of a mock interview. So first let us understand what does it mean the employability skills. Why now these days people are giving importance even the curricula in the job markets, because most of the employers, whether it is a service industry, whether it is a manufacturing industry, they are looking towards to the people or students seeking for the job. They should have a basic skills, which we call it is today as a employability skills. So these across the sectors, you can say, other than your main domain area, other than your core skills. These skills are compulsory. So it is a set of attributes, abilities, and personal qualities that makes an individual more likely to be successful in a job. If you are having a such type of skills, this 21st century skills, which are very common, which are basic sort of things which everyone should possess before applying for any jobs, or whether it's industry or universities or colleges. These are the minimum basic requirements of skills are required. This make persons work ready and are foundational skills which everyone should possess. Employability skills are also known as a soft skills. Means these are set of transferable skills and key personal attributes which are valued by employers and essentials for effective performance in the workplace. These skills are generic in nature. Every sector's needs of soft skills like communications, decision making, critical thinking, problem solving, constitutional values, teamwork. So these skills need to be developed either through training modules or through course curricula, or in the form of face-to-face teaching, or in the case study forms, whatever the modes can be. But these skills are necessary in sense that whenever you are applying to the any agencies, institutions, they are looking towards you that you should have such skills. So for health industries also, the people's applying over there, particularly today, since we are talking about the nurse settings, nurse employable skills. So these will be focusing that what are the health industries looking for. So similarly here also, in the health industry also, they are looking for constitutional value and citizenship, becoming a professional in 21st century. He or she should, who's applying for going for the nursing sectors, she or he should having a basic English skills. She should be focused to their career development and goal setting, communication skills, financials and legal literacy, essential digital skills, entrepreneurships, customer service, getting ready for apprenticeship or job. Now let us understand first is that what does it mean by the constitutional values and citizens. So being a student of nursing sectors, you should have a basic knowledge about the constitutions of India. Constitution basically of any country lays down ideals that are required for making a country that citizens like to live and work in. India is a country with various regions, regional languages, religions, customs, values, beliefs, etc. Therefore, the constitution of country gives principles, procedures, rules which are taken into consideration with consensus that these are the basics on which country is governed, with certain ideology which accepted to all. So our preamble also says the same way. The preamble of the Indian constitutions declare India to be a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. It also outlines the objectives of justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity for all citizens. The preamble emphasizes the source of the constitutions being the people of India, stating we, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India. So basically, the constitutions of India also ensures about the what does it mean by citizenships, what's the duty you have, what's the rights you have. So citizenship in full and equal memberships of a political community, and states provide a collective political identity to their members, as well as certain rights like right to vote, right to speak, and also to, if you have a disagreements, you can protest, holding demonstrations as per norms, use media, etc., right to justice, right to education, freedom of movement, social economic rights like minimum wages. People can work anywhere in the country or outside the country. So rights are privileges to the citizens and they enjoy these rights. Now coming to the how uh, there is a something anything detail about the health, citizens and health. So in India, the right to health is not explicitly mentioned as a fundamental right in the constitutions. However, the Indian judiciary has interpreted Article 21, right to life and personal liberty, as encompassing the right to health, making it a fundamental right. This means that the government has a duty to ensure access to healthcare and protect public health, and is constitutional obligations on the state to provide healthcare services and safeguard the health of its citizens. So these are the things, this as a part of you can say as a right in the form of the as a health, you can say. As a responsible citizen, there are certain duties also one should do. First important is to upholding the constitutions and laws, protecting national interests. At any point of given time, you have to see the national interests are not compromised, cherishing national symbols, participating in civic life, protecting public property, preserving the environment, promoting harmony and brotherhood, safeguarding cultural heritage, honesty and integrity. So these are the importance as a citizens one should follow, one should adhere to it. Now the important part of this course is the to understand the 21st century skills, to how to become a professionals in the 21st century skills. As we were discussing, that all employers expect that their employee are skilled and having 21st century skills to work in any organization. These skills are very essential skills along with their technical or job related skills. 21st century skills are a set of abilities, knowledge and expertise that are considered essential for success in the changing world. These skills are in addition to academic knowledge or technical know-how, and are a range of competencies needed for the personal professional life in the 21st century skills, like critical thinking, creativity, communications, collaborations, flexibility, leadership and social skills. So let us understand what does mean by critical thinking. Critical thinking, it's not just generally we have in traditionally we have just informations, acquiring the knowledge, other than based on those knowledge how to uh, come to the something, some problems is there, how to give something different viewpoint if any something issues are there, some challenges are there. So in based on the informations you have gathered, analyzing the informations, evaluating arguments and making sound judgments. For example, if we talk about in the nursing sectors, suppose the as a nurse manager or supervisors are there, suppose there is a shortage of a staff. So based on your the knowledge or your experiences or on the basis of data, you have to take a decision, you have to put your mind over there, you have to critically think that how can you manage uh, the all services or sectors if is in spite of having a less number of people, less number of support staff or less number of nurses also there, because you have to run the show, you have to perform over there, patients issues will be there, medicine services care parts is there. So this part you have to take into considerations without compromising into the services. So you have to put, so unless until you have the ability to think critically, you have to understand the all data, informations, analyze it in a manner the way it is required at the point of the time of performance over there at the job, in the job settings, in the at the workplace, you can say. Similarly, there the another example we can take, it is a conflict resolutions. As a nurse manager, you should have the ability, because in any workplace or any situations, you take examples, there will be the conflict will be there. Two staffs are there, two peoples are there, they can be different in their view, opinions. So how can you find the way, how can you take the positive aspects of alls and find the give the resolutions over there, that this is the way you can lead, you can take the steps further, or one by one you can take it. So as a nurse managers, you should have this ability, you should have to think in that manner, in that fashions, then you can do it. Now coming to the creativity, it's a very important aspect as a whether it's a nursing or any sectors, you can say, whether it is a service industry, manufacturing, creativity is the core of the things. If you have the idea, if you have the mind to think differently, definitely it's going to help you out in your professions, in resolving the things. So it is basically generating a new idea. How can you think out of box sort of things? It can be odd, but you have to take a risk, you have to take something different rather than the same path, running on the same path. Things are very it will be different, because sometimes it's this creativity, there is a different way, there is a different modes also. Sometimes it's happened accidentally also, and it gives the way for the some things which is very odd, where people devoted number of hours times, but they won't find the path to how to move ahead. So if you have a set of mindset, definitely things will be easy for you to handle those things. Collaboration, working effectively with others, sharing ideas, contributing to a common goal, example involving patients and their families in decision making for holistics and patient centric care. So not as as since you are suppose there as a nurse manager or as a senior officials, if you are there in the hospitals or in the healthcare institutions. So you have to take into these aspects, that any decisions, any things, it should be informed decisions. You have to take all on the same page. I know it is a very difficult, but this is your ability, this is the your competency to perform, how to do it. So for example, in the nursing itself, there are different patients are there, their patients guardians will be there, they have the different view, they will come out all the way, because they are not in this sectors. You are there as a professionals over there, so you can guide them, you can help them, you can inform them, this is the best way, this is the better path for recovering or improving your health or medicines, whatever you can say. There are different patients are there, they have the different things. So these skills will help you in your own domain to perform. Communications, very effective tools, very effective means, you can say. Some people are very charismatic in nature, with the same things, with the same message, the way they communicate, it makes sense, it make the people understand, it make the things, the results or whatever the goals, whatever the uh, things are has been set up, they do it very effectively. So communicating, how to communicate, your facial expressions, your words, your timing, a lot of things are there. It's a very specialized area. So effectively conveying the informations both orally and in writing, and activity, listening to others. So this will definitely, it's things will be very easy as a people, as a person, as a nurse, to do your jobs effectively. Like many of patients, basically they fear with the treatment or some medicine, some process, they are very fear. But if you can communicate, you can give examples, you can show the things. There can be patients, there can be child to adults, old peoples will be there. So they come with the different perceptions. So you have to resolve those, you have to remove those fears factors among the patients. Digital literacy, now these days, as across the sectors, across whether it is a nursing, whether it is auto industries, this literacy, digital literacy, it's at par important. It's very, you can say, paramount things are there, you can say. So understanding and using technology effectively in a very responsible way. It's a very important aspect. So you should be aware about things, how to use the things, the technology, and things will be easy to cope up with the pace and on the given times. By using these things, it will be easy for the other sides also sharing the information. A lot of benefits are there with the digital literacy. Informations literacy, like evaluating the credibility of information sources and using information wisely. You have to see, now these days there are a lot of informations in and around you. You can say, if we are talking about the nursing, there are a lot of information, latest developments are there. So if you are well informed, well updated in your area, that will help you in taking decisions, whether in the service matter or in the form of performance, in the handling your duties, your jobs. Things will be easy if you are well informed. Adaptability, you should be always ready to adjust with the changing circumstances. So reason being, skill is the very dynamic phenomena. You cannot be once it is done or developed and you can sit idly for another 2 years or 3 years. That's not possible. You need to keep on changing. You have to keep adapt with the situations which is evolving. So leadership, next is the leadership is inspiring and guiding others. So leader is who? Is the person who take the things from the front, guide the peoples, the fellow peoples, your team peoples. So these things you have to not only suppose you are very masters, you are experts in your domain, who have expertise in that domain, but it should not be confined to you only. You have to aware, you have to train your fellow peoples, you have to be a leader in your team, so that everybody should have a faith on your decision. They should have they won't questions to your things will be easy for you. So another important aspects is as a part of this 21st century skills is self-awareness. Why self-awareness? So being as a professionals or a person, you should be aware about yourself itself. This, as a manager, it's give the capacity to understand their own emotions, behaviors, and their impact on the others, including the staff and the patients within the healthcare settings. So you should be aware, you should know about yourself itself. What is your strength? What is your weakness? Where is the improvement is required? So such things will help you to improving yourself itself in your professionals areas for your further promotions, and along with that, the patients, your staff, your colleagues, your faculty, your staffs will be also happy seeing the changes, what that sectors is looking for. It is not you that whatever you have the perception is right. What's that setting, what the ecosystems of the health sectors is looking for, that ability, that competency you need to develop. So self-awareness is a very important thing. You should be open also to improve. Yes, this is the things I am lacking. Yes, these things I need to develop. So understanding your emotions all the time, it's not necessary. You should be have emotional feelings about others, but it's not all decisions should be based on your emotions. So recognizing the strength and weakness, impact on others, stress management. This is a very important aspect. If you see skills of 21st century skills, how to manage the stress within your team. How basically you have to make a balance between work and your personal life. Even at your workplace also, there are lot many things, issues, challenges, complex matters are there. So you should be able to handle those issues if you are competent. So if you are able to address those stress, there are means and modes to address the stress. You should know about to handle it. Continuous improvement, you can say, learning is a lifelong. It is not confined to at the certain stage, like a schooling or graduating, it's over. Throughout the life you should learn. So coming to behavioral skills, like one should have a resolutions, one can do emotional intelligence, empathy. You should have such skills are there. It's very important for anybody, any persons. If you see the other persons in their circumstances, how some things are there, then your way of thinking, the way you take decisions will be different rather than the one way. Leadership, professionalism in your any aspects of your jobs area, you should do the things professionally, which in the manners which is required, which is defined in that domain. uh, Management of your true management, time management is also very important. As a lot of things, if you won't take a decision at the right time, at the right place, things will be in a different it will take us in a different shape. So you have to professionals, you should be competent to do the things in a very professional, in the time bound manner. Decision making, as a, suppose you are a manager, so it's a very important aspect. You have to take a decision at certain issue. You cannot linger on, you cannot delay it, because it will affect the whole team performance. So whenever it is required, you have to take a decision, because your decisions will lead to others people's to also perform. Delegations, as a manager, you should have a faith in your team. You can't do all the things as a single person. So you have to delegate your work activities, even the decision process also. So certain issues you can delegate your power, financials. So at the certain levels you can delegate to your teams. This way, this will help you in the developing your team also, and that people will also will have a faith on your decisions. Monitoring is an important aspect for any activities, any performance. You should have a mechanism over there inbuilt. Outside, you can take a feedback from the outside agencies, people also, but it should be inbuilt in your systems as a part of things, either through feedback or some mechanism. Or you should also have a as a part of behavioral skills, you should have a ability to mentor all the others also of your team. Continuous learning, as we were discussing, that it's important aspects. As you have to always keep yourselves updated, what's happening, what is the latest development in your domain. On the job training, at your workplace also, you can improve yourselves. You can join some workshops. Self-directed, as a learner, as as I have told you, a person should learn across throughout their life. Becoming a member of professional organizations, once you become a members of some journals, some societies are there, so you will be updated what's the things are happening. Basic English skills, as a nurse, as a manager, you should have a basic understanding about the English, it's a language, about the writing, speaking. So by using basic English sentences for everyday conversations in a different context, practice speaking English sentences in hospitals, in persons, and over phone. Read and interpret text written in a basic English. Write short notes, paragraph, email using basic English. So if you have a fair understanding about the English, things will be easy to communicate to, because your words, your sentences, definitely it's going to help you in your professions. Career development and goal setting. As a person, you should have a very clear cut goals, your how after 5 years or 3 years of the down the time, where you will be. So you have to put yourselves in a manner that you have to set the goals. So for goal setting, there is a small sets of words. We called it as a SMART. Goal should be a specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. The goal can be a short term and the long term goal. So for immediate, so that you get a success satisfactions, you should set some certain short term goals. However, you can also set that long term goals, maybe 5 years, and so you will be at this place. So you have a very clear cut career pathway. career development as a as a practitioners, as educationers, or public health professionals. Identify skills to be updated or learn new skills as per the career pathway in specialized areas. It is a lifelong process. Learn soft and employability skills, good networking and sufficient resources, maintain balance between work and life. This is very important aspects. You have to also think about your life, your personals, these things, because you have to maintain this balance, and network is very important. See to how the peoples are there from your alumni, from your institutions, from the past way where you have performed or worked. So you have to be on the network so that you can understand. So as a nurse manager, you should have a basic knowledge about the financials and legal also aspects, because these are the as a task, as a manager, you need to understand this thing, because lot many things you have to take decisions on this aspect also. So you should know about what does the rule says, what does the rules permit you, because sometimes if you are not aware about the things, it will leads to some it can land to you in a problem. So it's better you should understand what are those rules, regulations, like legal rights, laws and ends. And similarly also for the financials, you have to select the right institutions. Suppose as a you are, if you are heading some institutions and your decisions has lead that your institution has is in loss, so you should know what are the rules are there. You should be follow those rules while taking them. Online and offline, safe, secure and financial transactions, components of salary, computers, incomes, expenditures, taxes. These are the basic things. As a manager, you should have basic knowledge about things. Financials laws in India, foreign exchange and management acts, if you are having transactions, if you are getting a grant, aid, or you are transferring. So FEMA is meant for that. SEBI is very important as with related to markets and stocks markets and capitals. So Security and Exchange Board of India, some things if you have in such things, so you should know how it works, how it's what are the rules regulations related with the SEBI. So as a manager, you should have a essential knowledge about the digital skills, role of digital technology in the life, digital devices and security, response, online behavior and safety, create Word document, Excel sheets, presentations, virtual collaborations tools to work. So these are the things, digital skills or competency you should have, because now these days this 21st era is there, and we all are surrounded with the technologies, tools, equipment. So you should be aware about these things and also use these tools appropriately and meaningfully. Reason being, sometimes if you are not aware, there are some things, it can leads to a loss also, financial loss also, and sometimes it's a problem. You should have a alternative arrangements also. Entrepreneurship is a very important aspect as a 21st century skills. Everyone should be, I'm not saying that everyone should be entrepreneur, but everyone should be aware what does it mean entrepreneurship. Why around all you can say now this term is very common and popular, people are speaking. So in this sectors also, nursing sectors also, this is an important phenomena. This is basically entrepreneurship is the process of identifying a market need or opportunity, then using innovations, resourcefulness and initiative to create, organize and run a new business or venture, often taking on a financial risk to generate profit or create economic value. It involves developing a business plan, leveraging resources like labor and capital, and managing the uncertainties of new enterprise to bring a new product, services or business model to the market. So now coming to, there are different types of entrepreneurships. The persons who do, we call them as an entrepreneur. So a small business entrepreneurships, The another is the scalable startup entrepreneurship, which has been started and now becoming as a business model, or you can say growing at the larger scales. So it's scalable, which can be scale it up. Then there is a social entrepreneurships. Even as this is a very important entrepreneurship sectors, you can say, now these days in the society, or in the community, in the family, in the state, city, there are certain conflicts are there. How to resolve these things, how to behave, how to be in the family, in the community. So how unnecessary going the there are in the day to day life, in the community, in the there are certain issues are every day it's arising. So how to resolve these issues? So social entrepreneurships cater to those aspects. Corporate or entrepreneurships, innovative entrepreneurship. So these are the important types of entrepreneurships. As a manager, or as a, you can say, we all know a customer is the king, in whether it is a service or it is a manufacturing. Somewhere you are customer, somewhere you are the service provider. So at any point of time, we always treat the customer as a king. You have to listen them, you have to see, you have to give a patience hearing what their issues, what the grievances are there. So these things you should have a understanding, better understanding about the customer. So you should know about the needs of the customers, identify the customer needs, responding in a professional manner to address these issues, maintain the hygiene, and grooming them in a proper way. So these are the things for the today's sessions for that's a 21st century skills. And it is very important as a persons, as a nurse, as a man, if you want to become a manager. So these skills 21st century uh, you should develop, you should try to adhere to skills that will help you in become a good manager. Thank you.